We are starting something new and weird. And I don't know if this might fail a little bit. I mean, a version of it has been done before by Diamond Dragon back in 2019. You can see my arbitrary web browser here, and it's like, there's some background info, because two people did this quest before. One seems to have abandoned it. But it happened in 2019, and it was okay. And basically, the idea is every piece of content in the game, weapons, armors, and spells, basically just weapons, armors, and spells, are considered locked and unusable. And you do a side quest that's invented by the community, in this case, the Final Fantasy I community on Game FAQs, although I'm open to other people suggesting them too. And we kind of compile them, and as you complete quests, you unlock things. And so they're meant to be side quests, so they got a little story dialogue thingy, and then they also unlock something. Now, part of what happened here is, I started doing it, and when I compiled the old quests, I noticed they covered a lot of the game. And so I started making this, summary of it, such that each quest unlocked one thing, there was no way to fail, and almost everything was unlockable, but only by one means. And then I made a Python app to track it. And that's a bit of a weird choice, but it was because I was working with Python at the time anyway. I know it's ugly. I really hate Python for user interfaces. You'll see it momentarily. But it happened that one of my kids saw me doing the Python app and wanted to make up a bunch of quests himself, even though at the time he hadn't really played Final Fantasy I. He's played a whole bunch of it since. So it ends up being this thing that I also did a little bit with my son, although he's not joining me on the stream today. Maybe he will, I don't know. Who knows what's happening in my home? Anyway. So, yeah, there's some details on Game FAQs on the FF1 board in this topic called Side Quest Challenge Again, and that's because Diamond Dragon and others have done it in the past. I contributed a lot of the side quests to Diamond Dragon, but I mean, that was more than 5 years ago. I don't know what I was doing. And then there's also this thing on my blog, just about the new quests. And I'm going to be writing this up as I usually do too. But these are just the new quests that weren't from Game FAQs, mostly made up by my kid, because he was just interested in what I was doing. So I'm going to switch over now, I guess, to Final Fantasy. The other thing that's a big difference between what Diamond Dragon did and what I'm doing is I'm playing on Pixel Remaster. And it's going to be my first playthrough on Pixel Remaster. That means things like there are more consumables, the leveling curve is different, the difficulty is easier in many ways. I've also heard it's harder in a few ways. So, I mean, there's going to be some adjustment. Let me just make sure I've got what I need to go, and we'll go. Are we going? Am I going? Gotta check my volume as I do. Okay, cool. Bring up my Final Fantasy. And the other thing I'm going to need, rather importantly, is this Python app. So you can see here, it says Quest Viewer. I'm going to need to use it all the time and then switch back to the game, which is kind of weird. It's got sample quests in it right now, but there's this built-in feature to load a JSON file that contains not only the quest, but the current status of the quest. So I'm going to have to kind of manage what quests I'm doing. Some are going to end up abandoned because they suck or something. We'll see. I'm not saying that about my son's quests. Just, it's more like things like you can only learn 3 magic spells per level in Final Fantasy I, right? So there might be times when it comes just completely unpractical to do a certain quest. And I told the group I'm going to do Warrior, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage, and I'm going to do that because then more of the game's content is available. What are these people's names? What? Come on. Oh, do I have to use my keyboard? How unusual. Oh, this is all strange. The original person who did it, Diamond Dragon, used a bunch of other Final Fantasy characters. Although it'd be kind of fun if they were like Quester, although half with characters, I don't know. Quester was the elf in Gauntlet, but also starts with Quest, so I thought that was good. He used Cecil, which I guess makes sense. And the thief, I think, was Locke, which I guess is fine. The white mage was... Who was the white mage? Lena, I think he went with. And the black mage, if I recall correctly, maybe predictably, was Vivi. And the reason why I think I'll go with these that Diamond Dragon originally used is not just to be a cheap ripoff, but also some of the quests refer to the origin games of those characters. Now, I've tried to eliminate the obviousness of the naming. I tried to make the quest data just a little more kind of like generalized. But I think this will still lend itself a little bit of like, oh, I see what you did there. There will be references that will be helped by this. Begin the game with this party. Yes. I wonder if the characters start with equipment in this version. I think I've heard they do. I think they start with crappy things like daggers, but I'm going to have to unequip those. Like I'm not eligible to use anything right now. Everyone's going to start out naked. And then I've got early game quests like this walk in the park one. There's a really easy one to get chain armor that I may as well do right away by going to the castle. Laid to rest, deep beat 10 undead monsters. Like I'm going to need some levels to do that. Take a step in every forest tile outside Cornelia, noting the tiles you get into a fight in, to unlock nunchucks. Well, that's useless. I can mark that one abandoned, right? Like it's never going to be... Well, I may as well leave it open. Maybe I'll want to do it. Win a battle against exactly 4 goblins. The party's black mage must be alive at the end of the battle. Okay. So, like, the other thing that the Pixel Remaster affords is it doesn't have the inventory restrictions of the NES original in such a way that I can just hold the knives and then use the knives later. And in fact, if it ends up being me using chain armor and knives to defeat Garland, that's kind of no big deal. And after a certain point, that's going to make sense. Well, this is nice. Yeah, this is my first impression of Final Fantasy 1 in Pixel Remaster form. I did 3, I did 5, now I'm on 1, and my oldest son has been playing 6, and we've been kind of like... He likes the backseat gaming. He likes to hang out while I play this. And so we do that. And it's funny, because it reminds me of my teenage years, you know? Okay. Is this the form I like? I think it is. Unfortunately, I do not know how to close this. Okay. That's not right. Okay, we're going to config. Stupid. Most of this is working the way I like. That's it. Okay, equips. Naked. 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 Everybody is naked. Demonetized. Okay. We want to fight 4 goblins and have the black mage live. We can talk to our 3 guards in the castle. It's 3 guards, right? Talk to 3 guards in the castle. Okay. Easy peasy. 1. This has, like, check boxes in case it gets hard to track things. 2. Yeah, we know. Is the invisible person here? I think they... Oh. It's a skull. Okay. Is this my run speed? Like, I'd really rather walk faster. Ah. Yes. Okay. Check, completed. And then if I go to unlock viewer, it shows me now I can equip chainmail. So I kind of go back to that to know what I actually have access to. So I can go buy chainmail without even getting into a fight, which is delightful. Oh, the guards trap me in town, just like in the Game Boy Advance version. I have played a lot of versions of this game. I'm not going to tell you I'm like the ultimate hero of Final Fantasy 1 playing, but I'm close. Okay, this is a good stats screen. I like this. I haven't thought about how to do my screenshots. I'm going to take some screenshots as I play. that's nice. Wait, I didn't even equip it. Okay. That's the only thing I think I can get without a fight. So beat 4 goblins, and okay, yeah. Make me talk to this silly king. Doesn't even give me a loot. What I really need is some music. I've had a lot of people putting copyright claims on my videos for music they didn't write. And like, some of them are from the original composers, but most are not. They're from people who like sampled the original composition, and it's really quite irritating. And it's really unfortunate that people have automated services to do that, and the automated services are busted. Okay, so 3 laps around Coneria without resting. We're doing it. We're doing it. I can even use my diagonal movement. 1. I believe ineffective attacks don't exist. Oh, I forgot we don't have any weapons. We're big idiots here. We should all be attacking the same enemy. Oh. Look at that, my first battle, and I realized, oh, I'm a fool. I forgot that characters that are unarmed are awful in this game. That black mage gonna die. I've actually dodged a lot of attacks. There's one in here about dodging attacks that I don't really know how I'm gonna track. Boy, this is awful. Okay, what am I gonna do? 1 lap. 2 laps. Oh no, it's 5. 5 goblins, I'm in real trouble. If the black mage dies, you know, we still get the staff. And it's as strange as it sounds, that's going to increase our combat skills a lot. So we're going to just be okay with that. It is hard to believe that this is hard, but it seemingly is. I got enough money and so little to spend it on that, frankly, if a character dies, it's not that big a deal. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Hey, there's one in here about enemies. I'm not going to worry about the enemies running away yet, because, like, I'm so far from being able to do that reliably. 3 laps. Okay. We now are eligible to use staff. Which I think a thief can't use anyway. But we can use 3 staves. Oh, I only need to buy 1. This is going to be so much better. I'm so happy to have stabs. That's bizarre. Okay. Mark this as complete. Boy, this is going to be a long playthrough. Okay. Let's not show the complete quests in the list. Laid to rest, the 10 undead. We're not doing that yet. No. Step on every forest tile to get a nunchuck. Okay, the 4 did I do 4 goblins? Oh my goodness, I didn't keep track. Was one of those against 4 goblins? Maybe I... You know, I'm gonna need to fight a few more goblins anyway before I want to go to the Temple of Fiends with this terrible equipment. So let's just rest up. 4 crazy horses, 3 goblin guards, and a forest goblin guards. Oh, evade 25 attacks. Well, I've done at least 2 of those. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've been fled from by goblins. How exciting. None of these are very easy to do. Ninjas have the ability, with a thief at the front of the party, enter a battle and escape without taking damage 3 times. Interesting. That's a maybe. We get Invis for that. I can't use Invis yet. Head to the northern part of the Canarian Forest. Pitch a tent. Okay. We will grab a tent, which I think is a sleeping bag in this game. Oh. Well, I guess inflation suggests that I need to get a tent. That would have been, in the original NES version, a cabin. But I'm doing this to the letter, so... Okay, we're gonna walk up... Wait, maybe I should do the... Oh, walking in every tile only gets me... Oh, yes. Look at the power! The power! Oh, the amazing staff. So good. Got levels. We are not min-maxing our stats. You know what? I'm going to walk in every tile of forest. I've come pretty close so far. It's hard to tell where the ends are in this version. If I walk outside of it, don't freak out at me. And I'm also looking for groups of 4 goblins. The tiles are a little indistinct in this version, huh? Here's 4 goblins. Oh, and it's a preemptive! Oh, so mighty. Mighty! Okay. Complete. We are now eligible to use knife. Whatever. Sure. Chainmail, knife, and staff. So good. Okay. Just making sure I get every tile. I would hate to, you know, cop out on this one. Thief is going to start being useful now. It's going to be amazing. Oh yeah, 15. Look at that. Like, I don't quite know where the forest begins and ends, so I'm just on the conservative side, you could say. I'm gonna try and make sure I touch every tile of forest. There's actually a couple of challenges like that. Side quests, I should say, not challenges. Good fight. Is that 4 experience to level? We're cruising. Okay. I walked in every forest tile. That is so dumb, but it's finished, so whatever. Can't really control that too well. 10 undead enemies, pitching a tent, crazy horses, 3 goblin guards. With Thief at the front of the party. Enter a battle and escape without taking damage 3 times. Oh. Defend. Interesting. Flee. Defend, defend, defend. 1. Okay, flee, defend, defend, defend. 2. This is going well. Oh, Goblin Guards. Flee, defend, defend, defend. Done. We now can use the Invis spell, which we cannot get to yet. Let's go pitch our tent. I want to get fire. Okay, we are in the normal forest. Oh. Defeat 4 crazy horses. Okay. Yikers. Well, the thief's hits already seem to be buffed. Like, I knew that this version was on the easy side, but... Travel to the northern forest and pitch a tent. We beat 1 crazy horse. We have earned fire. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Look at that one. That's a cool one. Touch the doors in the Temple of Fiends. In the order southwest, southeast, northwest. Do I want the protect spell? Ruse, cure, and harm would be better. So I don't think I really want it. I'll want it for my knight eventually. Right? Yeah, because he can't use harm. Oh, it's another crazy horse. How wonderful. How fortuitous. There's also one for a 4 crazy horse encounter. Maybe I can beat 3 Goblin Guards in a forest. Do Goblin Guards come in 3s here? I don't like fighting wolves. Very little return on investment. Oh, well, if a thief can one-shot them, who cares? This is going to be so easy. Why? This version of the game, why do they do this? Why is it that every time they release Final Fantasy, it gets a little bit easier? It's 2 Goblin Guards. I don't think that counts. I think it needs to be 3, right? It doesn't say. I'm gonna count it. Okay, that is 2 Goblin Guards. And there was another one with Goblin Guards in it. Defeat 32 Goblin Guards between saves. That's a little fishy. Because saves used to mean sleeping at an inn. And now it doesn't. Even though it was my own quest from 2019, so that's kind of funny. I feel like I probably should recognize the original spirit of it. I can kind of work with this. Maybe I want to do it. Two Goblin Guards. Alright, so I can get the sleep spell if I beat 1 Black Widow. That's not even hard. Black Widows live in here. They're really common, too. I'm gonna pick up this stupid treasure, because why not? That would have been nice if this was a Black Widow, but it is not. I should have let Locke rest. Okay. Can't use it. Black Widow! Die! Okay. We are now eligible to use sleep. That's so great. Boy, there is something to this, you know? There is something to this. There... It's the dumbest thing that I'm going to say here. This is, like, really satisfying. Because I'm constantly unlocking things, and that's, you know, just naturally nice. Oh, that was 4 more, wasn't it? Or 3 more? 3 more. I'm not paying that much attention, I guess. Oh my goodness. I don't want to fight this. The Wargwolves are too tough right now. Isn't that funny? Goblin ran. Yeah, like the Wargwolves can do actual damage. And my thief is so weak. Oh no. Taking a turn. Get out of here, team. Oh man. That's quite unfortunate. Oh, a potion. And that tent was a tent. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. A Gigas worm. This is a thing. Oh, well, can't do that. Wasn't there one that was related to a Gigas worm in the Temple of Fiends? I'm sure there was. Ah! Rapier. This would be somewhat improbable, but given the brokenness of the game, maybe it's not. Oh, crap. Okay. This was a poor choice. Okay, so there I am talking about how easy the game is, and then it's like, actually, I've got some teeth. No, you two mages are not going to fight the Goblin Guards. As much as I talk about how much I want to beat Goblin Guards, that's not how we're doing it. Okay, so I can buy a couple more things. Not much. Okay, this we can do. Oh, whoops, I put on auto battle and they ran. That's so funny. Okay. I mean, wasteful, but funny. I mean, that could have been my ticket to leather armor, couldn't it? I feel like I never encountered this many Goblin Guards, who in the NES version are the Grimps. Such a cool name, Grimp. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do what I think is unusual here. And not use the inn, which is a waste of money. But it's a waste of money I'm comfortable with, because then I can keep up my Goblin Guard count. Unlocks. I can use 9. Okay. I can get fire and sleep. But without resting, I'll only be able to cast them once. Oh, that's cute. You can pick which slot they go in. Okay. Oh, my team, a bunch of them have 1 hit point. So what I can do is I can pay for potions, which I would normally... Like, the inn is way more efficient. It's 30 gold to heal the whole party. But I think I want to do that Gurimp quest. So I'll just waste a bunch of money, because I don't think it really matters. This game has so many more consumables than the original. The potions are better, too, aren't they? They look like they did 50. Alright, one Gigas Worm would be nice, but 32 Gurimps would be even better. Gurimps! Actually, the 32 Gurimps aren't going to matter for a while. It's really funny having this many Gurimps everywhere. So here I am doing all these stupid quests. I could probably go beat Garland, like, now. Oh, 3 Goblin Guards in a forest. You know, that's even better, because no matter how you interpret the rule about beating Goblin Guards, this is it, right? Here. Okay, done. We have helped John the old man in the forest. Okay. So... leather armor. That makes a big difference to the survivability of the thief. Yeah, whatever. We no longer fear you, goblins. We have stabs and knives. Goblins. This is me casually throwing out the things I know I'll no longer need. Yeah, that's nice. They'll take less damage now, so the potion seems even more worthwhile. Okay. Oh, I can add 3 to this. Freebie. Although, frankly, that's a waste of time. I don't want the characters getting radically over-leveled because... And I said this. I said to the Game FAQs board, I said, I'm probably going to use boost to turn the experience down after the bridge. And I'm thinking that because if I can get to an excessive level, I no longer need to do the side quest to win. Now, my understanding of the balance of this version of the game is that the bosses are all normal. Things are on the easier side. There's consumables, there's dropped items, there's a change in the experience curve. I think the level cap is no longer 50. I think it's 99. So your characters get overpowered. But what hasn't changed is chaos. who I understand still has, like, a completely disgusting amount of hit points. Like, I don't even think they doubled it to 4,000. I think it's like 20,000, like in Dawn of Souls. I could be wrong about that. It's only what I've heard, and even then, it's what I've remembered. My memory is not what it used to be. Okay, that's another crazy horse down. That's good, too. We're close to getting clothes. I was considering playing with boosts on for GP, because it would make some of the money-based quests a little more practical, but I think this game's already gonna be a little excessive, so... Especially with all the extra battles you do for quests like this. You know, if Goblin Guards are in the Temple of Fiends... Oh... Good job, team. 2 more. This is just to be able to use the larger dagger, the large knife dagger, which we get access to when we go to Melman. This is going to give us access to clothes, though, and that's kind of cool. After defeating 4 crazy horses, rotate the control pad 5 times before leaving the world map. 3, 4, 5. A little extra for good measure. Couple more Goblin Guards. Okay, I do believe I have fulfilled another quest. I now have clothes. Oh, and I beat 2 more Goblin Guards. Okay, you mages, you can finally get dressed. Look at that! How perfect. You know what? I probably shouldn't sell random items, because there's a couple of quests that are like, drop this item. You know what's funny is you cannot drop items. I was thinking that might be a thing in this game. Yeah, it doesn't let me drop items. I might have to sell them and just say that's good enough. That's funny that they eliminated that from this version of the game. I kind of understand, but it's disappointing for my needs. Disappointing. These are fairly niche needs. I don't take issue. 15 Goblin Guards down. I've said before, wolves are not very profitable. For some reason, they don't carry a lot of money. I am enjoying the Pixel Remaster. It's really a thing where, like, in the battles that are not dangerous, I can so turn my brain off. I don't need to worry about the ineffective rule. I don't need to worry about the inputs. It's nice and fast. The sounds are good. The music's pretty good. So far, so good. I mean, I know this is early. I haven't even done literally the first thing in the game, but... Yeah, if I had to go beat a Gigas Worm, I get rapiers. And there's Goblin Guards in there. Maybe I should go to the Temple of Fiends, Temple of Chaos. Oh, and I can unlock Daya. I think there's lots of reasons to be here. Oh, how do I do the Protect thing? I may as well do it, even though I'm probably not going to get the spell for my White Mage. Oh, 4 crazy horses. Yeah, okay. Okay, southwest. I guess Worm. He's nasty. This might have been a good time to cast fire, but... Okay, the Gygus Worm quest is done. Wherever the hell it is. How do you get Cure? End a battle with 2 white mage characters below 20% HP! Oof. And you have to go back to an inn. So that's interesting. We can probably do that with goblins pretty safely. Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay. Southwest. Goblin Guards. Goblin Guards with a preemptive. That's super easy. Southwest. Southeast. These guys have like 10 hit points or something. They're scarier sounding than they are actually scary to fight. Although if I encountered a Black Widow, how likely would I be to stab it with a knife? This is not completely out of the question. I do not want to fight this fight. I wonder if defend does something other than waste the turn. Ooh. Okay. Where's my doors? Northwest. Not profitable. Okay. This is like a really high level for early game in this game, and I know it. I have no illusions about my over-preparedness, but my characters are also, you know... They're approaching parity with where you would expect to be for fighting Garland, if you were like a noob. And I'm not that much of a noob, so I don't know. Maybe I should grow up. Should I use fire? I'm gonna not and see what happens. Uh-oh. Character below 20% HP, but I don't want to reset my goblin counter. Oh, we beat the Wargwolf. That's nice. That's actually kind of perfect for the White Mage quest, but I'm not going to do it. It might happen naturally after Garland, too. Does this game have dropped items? Maybe it doesn't. Undead enemies, we need these. Orb of zombies. The Black Mage's hurt animation is quite funny. It looks like he's dancing. Oh, good, Wildstar's here. Hello, Wildstar. This is the Final Fantasy 1 side quest thing that your brother and I had been working on. Okay, yeah, I am done this. Dia. I have no idea how many attacks I've evaded. I don't think I've done... Oh, I did do at least one Goblin Guard recently. Oh, there were two in there. There were two. I don't know how to track the monsters. And then the center door. Return to Cornelia without resting. Okay. Oh, no. This is kind of a rough one. We're whipping out a fire, I think. Evaded another attack. Are you playing the Pixel... This is Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. Okay, this is... I don't like this one bit. We haven't been poisoned yet, so that's a treat. Good. Everyone beat up... I saw the regen tick there, too. Regenerating werewolves. Oh, we are not healthy. Five Goblin Guards. The menus look non-pixely. Yeah, they actually... There's an interesting thing about the consistency of these pixel remasters, I would say. Because, it reminds me of the menus you've been seeing in Final Fantasy VI. More Goblin Guard. We're getting close on the Goblin Guards. I mean, this is kind of a terrible waste of time, but we are getting close. Okay, and we are almost back. Back. Okay. So that is... I did all the 5 doors in the Temple of Fiends. Completed quest. We have access to Protect now. I'm not going to use it. I think it's neat that they look similar. I think that's a cool thing they did. Return to an inn without them going about... You know, if I go to this inn and don't sleep at the inn, I have returned to the inn. I believe I have earned myself a cure spell. Between saves, right? The other one is between saves. Well, okay. So I'm going to get a cure spell. I get the Dia spell too. Or do I not? I did. Okay, well, it unlocks Dia. Is Dia good? Dia doesn't exist in FF6. It is a spell that is damage to all enemies, fairly strong, but only works on undead monsters. So, it's still generally good. This game has a tendency to drop you in a huge pack of undead monsters at once. So, yeah, I would say that Dia is actually quite an asset. You know what I could do? I could see about unlocking the Iron Shield by getting the fighter to 1 hit point. It's a little risky. Wait, didn't I have a character at 1 hit point? If he dies, he's at 1 hit point. I should have thought of it back then. Okay, how am I doing on my Goblin Guards? Who did die? The first 2 died, right? Yeah. Evade 25 attacks. No idea how that's going, really. I only need to fight 7 more Goblin Guards to unlock the large dagger that I might get an Elfling. If you get any more... No, this game doesn't have more characters. It's just the 4 Light Warriors in this one. And, you know, more or less the same goes with Final Fantasy. I said that 1, 3, and 5 have some things in common. You set up a team, and you just carry them through the game. Were those Goblin Guards? Does this show me how many Goblin Guards I've defeated? Defeated 27. Yeah. Wait, no. 27. 25, 27. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's kind of nice. This is also going to allow me to check with monsters I've defeated. Okay, that's handy. Only have to beat 5 more Goblin Guards. So yeah, you carry your characters through the game, so I don't get to name them Frog. There's reasons I went with these names. I could explain further, but I kind of explained at the start. They're all references to other Final Fantasy characters that fit their tropey little roles, which is fine. It also aligns with something that a previous person who did something similar to this did. Woof. I don't... Besides the Goblin Guards, which I do want to get out of the way, I don't really know what I'm aiming for right now. I wonder if I can look in FF6. Look in... Oh, in the Bestiary? I'm sure you can. And you know what? That can be useful in Final Fantasy VI, because it can be useful to see which monsters you've encountered or not for the purpose of learning Gao's rage abilities. Although, really, I think it's just as good an idea to learn a few good ones. And what you want to do with Gao is memorize your favorites. Team 42. Do I have other quests that kind of conclude at the Temple of Fiends? Four crazy horses in a forest. That'll be after. Restore? Oh, that's interesting. HP to all 4 characters with the party's white mage when they're not at full HP in the same battle. I could do that anytime. One. Two. Uh-oh. That'd be really silly if these... I wrecked it. I can still do it with potions. Defend, defend. 1. They can miss fleeing? That's so weird. Okay. Defend. Defend. 2. Defend. 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 3. Defend. This was a good quest idea. This was Diamond Dragon's idea, which must have been for Linguar's challenge. Defend, potion, defend. Okay. This quest is complete. With the white mage alive, Thief must kill an enemy in the first round of a fight in which you get the chance to strike first. Then the thief must flee the battle before he takes damage. That's weird. You're proud of me, thank you. Kill them using flee. I mean, sort of, yes. That's a hard thing to do. I mean, that was them running away, but their runaway attempt failed, which I don't think that happens in the NES version. I don't think an enemy can fail to run away. That's actually interesting. Me and one guy online called Fat Rat Knight, we were working on a script for this game a couple years ago. Probably several years ago, and I don't remember time passing. Such that it would enable you to play with characters where their stats were those of monsters. Seemed like a really good idea. I don't know. And part of what he set up was like, can a monster fail to run away? I remember that being one of the topics, was can a monster... Whoa. A lot of enemies. Like Gao? Like Gao, what? Yeah. Was the what about the huge number of enemies? They're pathetic enemies. I should go fight Garland now. I'm very well prepared, perhaps over prepared. Sure, it'd be nice to get the blink spell or ruse. That's the one where I have to track how many times enemies miss me, though, right? Oh, that included enough goblin guards. We can get the dagger now. How exciting. Okay. So maybe I will save the game, and I'm also going to save my configuration file just so I don't make a gigantic issue. Hope that works. That's not heavily tested. Okay. How many times do you fight Garland? Well, that's a tricky question. Spoiler alert, hello. Evade 25 attacks. I wish there was a way the game could tell me how many times I dodged attacks, because I'm sure it's been more than 3. I've just only noticed 3. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Blink is a really good spell. It was the ruse spell in the original. Level 7? That's madness! Oh my god, I'm already grossly overleveled. Oh. I need to watch for preemptive attacks here. Yeah, something weird has happened with this game. I keep talking about it being made easier. Meanwhile, I have to unlock all my stuff. I don't know. I might be not playing aggressively enough. Blink doesn't sound like a good spell. If you think Blink is literally blinking your eyes, then no, it wouldn't be very good. But that's not quite what it is. It's actually based on an old D&D spell, where a person, like, teleports between spaces they can see. Like, they gain the ability, over time, to teleport short distances. And so what Blink does is it makes that character... In some of the games, in Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, the Blink status makes a character unhittable by physical attacks. But it goes away over time. In this game, it just gives you a gigantic evasion bonus. Big enough that if you cast it 2 to 3 times, your character becomes unhittable. Permanently in the battle. In one battle. But it's really good. Like, if you take a white mage, cast Blink on them 2 or 3 times in a fight, they become immune to physical attacks in battle. And that's awesome. They could take a Garland by themselves. Oh, I forgot to get my rapiers. I guess it doesn't matter at all. Man, I can just rush the Marsh Cave. I'm absurdly overprepared now. Okay, that was easy. I guess I didn't realize how overprepared I was because I was doing side quests. Kill the garlic, maniac. This is you just trying to change every name slightly to make a joke out of it, right? Garlic. How would you do that for Cecil, Locke? Oh, well, I know what Locke is. Lena and Vivi. It's hilarious. I've been told by someone you and I know that just asserting that something is hilarious doesn't actually make it hilarious. I think when your brother was playing Final Fantasy I, he might have forgotten to get the loot from the princess. He's gonna have some trouble. They have had a version of this cutscene, I think since before Dawn of Souls. I think it might have been in Origins. There's been so many versions of Final Fantasy I, and it's funny because they say the Pixel Remaster goes back to the classic formula as much as possible, but clearly they keep porting all this stuff forward. It is the same. Great job, team. They were really slow on the last part of that bridge. Sicilian? How is Sicilian a joke? Vivlin? What is Vivlin? You're just making things up to make jokes. That doesn't make them jokes. I want one extra cloth, which I know is stupid because I sold one. But you have to throw one out for a future quest, I realize. Okay, and I'm not buying more spells or anything like that. Okay. Let's throw on some rapiers. Nice. Okay, I like that it shows commands as if the characters had different commands. Villain, Vivlin, okay. Sicilian, Locker, Lena, and Vivlin. Now we get the credit sequence. Villain. Villain is spelled Villain, even though it's not really said that way. You gotta wonder if in Shakespearean times it was, right? Well, I wonder that. You probably don't wonder that. Skip the cutscene. I didn't change the font, but this font's kind of okay. It does not disgust me. Which one of you that are? Lena R. Oh, Lena Rain. You got to this part? What do you mean you got to this part? You played Final Fantasy 1? Oh. Oh, then you probably did, yeah. Well, the beginning of this game is easy. It's kind of stupid. Stupid is the word for it. That I got to like level 8 here. level 7 or 8. Normally you'd fight Garland at level 2 or 3, you know? A casual player might be 3 to 4. A speedrunner probably 1. Anyway, whatever. Now we got a long walk, but I don't think it's going to be too problematic. Progression. Bridge. Four crazy horses. Kill an enemy in the first round of the fight. I don't know how I'm going to really control that. Oh my god, he's casting fire. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, the rapier looks cool. It looks like a rapier. Oh. This is not a good ambush. Oh. Oh, it looks like I'm accidentally casting fire again. Well, whatever. You know what I always say? A fire saved is a fire earned. We're having a fire. Sail. How long is this walk, Sir Fresh? Whoa. Not too long. Like, if you had no idea... In the old version of the game, although the game came with a map, you wouldn't necessarily know exactly where you were going. And if you had to explore, it might take you ages. Okay, what... Do I have quests to unlock any of the Provoken goodies? Buy one of every available option at once from an armor store you've never visited before. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get to Pravoka and buy the whole armor shop. This quest here, you might be interested to know, is actually a reference to Breath of the Wild. It's the story there. It would be nice to purchase the ice spell in Pravoka, but there's an alcoholic woman passed out on the door. She says she would move if only she could have her favorite drink, made from the water of the fountain in Cornelia. It must be carefully carried without being spilled. After visiting Pravoka, check the fountain in Cornelia. Designate a character to carry the drink. That character must walk to Pravoka without being killed, petrified, or stunned. That's easy. Like, there are no enemies that petrify or stun here, so it's a lot easier than it even sounds, which really isn't hard. I'd like to be able to get the Blizzard spell, so... So, like, the history of this side quest challenge is crazy, but it was 2019 when a poster named Diamond Dragon made up the side quest challenge, and it's just community sourced the side quests. And so I made a bunch of side quests for Diamond Dragon, but it was in 2019. So it was me making a Breath of the Wild reference, and I don't think Diamond Dragon had ever played Breath of the Wild. So it didn't really land well. Okay, I'm going to buy the entire armor shop of Pravoka. Every item here. That was expensive because of iron armor, but hopefully I'll use that later. We get access to a helm. Did I buy a helm? No, there's no helm here. Okay, I get it later. Alright. Oh, wow. Win 2 battles at the former peninsula. Walk from Pravoka with the White Mage leading the party. And this is win 2 battles at the peninsula. I can probably do that. You know what? I think I'll do the stupid mountain quest first. Just because it's... so do I have to check the... Oh, an alcoholic woman passed out on this door, apparently. So we have to go to Pravoka, or we have to go to Cornelia, check the fountain, designate one character carrying the drink, and then they can't die on the walk back. It's a bit of a long walk for just the Blizzard spell, but we want the Blizzard spell, so... Oh, here's an ogre. Normally, you don't love fighting these in the early game. Oh, used up all my fire charges. Okay. Oh, evaded an attack. This is hard to track. Two damage. Great going, Vivi. The Vives. That was sloppy of me, but at the same time, that was kind of cool. I used auto at battle, and... Oh, I thought the cure spell was automatically targeting the person with the lowest hit points, and I was like, that's great. Okay. Level 8. Level 8's pretty high. Are they strong? The ogres are pretty strong. They have over 100 hit... Oh, it's 4 horses! We need to fight 4 horses. Can I beat them with these stats? I'm kind of weak right now. I still got one more cure. We're gonna fight the 4 horses. Wimp? How dare you? Oh, wait, I never beat Old Man and his worms. Okay, I can't do this quest. I'm gonna run. Forget this. This battle doesn't do anything for me. Hey. You call me Wimp and then I run away. That's really good. Yeah, the ogres, they hit hard. They have over 100 hit points. They're just a little tough for low-level parties. Now, my party is not that low-level. We're a little under-equipped, but frankly, we're not really under-equipped anymore. Basically, everyone except the White Mage has exactly what they would have if you were playing casually right now. So, you're right. I'm maybe being a little bit of a wimp. Maybe it's more like saying, boy, the experience curve of this game is a little on the busted side. I'm going to turn the experience boost down. And I said I was going to do this in the thread where I introduced this challenge. I'm going to turn my experience to 0.5. I'm making my experience gain lower, because if my experience gain is as high as this game uses, then I'm going to just naturally end up hideously over-leveled throughout. So we're gonna reduce my experience for the sake of this being somewhat of a challenge. Maybe I've just been doing too many of the side quests, but, I mean, that is the point, so... Oh. Check the fountain. Here's what the fountain in Cornelia says. Ugh, you're filthy. Use this to wash up. Okay, my drink carrier will be the White Mage. She will carry the special Gerudo drink to Provoca. And then we can buy the Blizzard spell. Great fight. Great fight. Dumb fight. An evasion! Ah! What did you do to that fountain? I just checked it. It's normal. With the party's White Mage alive, the thief must kill an enemy in the first round of a fight, in which you get the chance to strike first. Then the thief must flee the battle before he takes any damage. Wait, who's the thief killing? Thief will kill Okay. Fighter, try and kill Wolf. Thief, try and kill Guard. White Mage, try and kill Imp. Black Mage, try and kill other Goblin. He killed an enemy in the first round of a fight in which I got the chance to strike first. Then, flee before we take damage. Flee before he takes damage. Okay. Done! We win the silence spell. Whoops, no. Okay. Alright. We can buy silence, we can buy blizzard. Our alcoholic woman has vanished. Good job, thank you. The overworld music is a banger. I like the new versions of the music in this game. For the most part. I don't know. It's not way different than like the Dawn of Souls and Origins versions. Okay. Okay, we got silence. Win one battle with only the white mage alive. Enter the battle alone and win for a broadsword. Win 2 battles without running away or resting. Now this is a reference to a bug where there was this easy to get to part of the game with high level enemies. This was bug fixed in this version. So we're gonna act like it exists for the sake of these 2 quests, because I can knock them out really easily. We just go down here. We run from these terrible creatures. Oh, you terrible creatures. You poisoned me. You are terrible creatures. Okay. I don't think I have a way to cure poison. Very unfortunate. This is going to be agony. Oh. Oh, poison damage. Not fun. Oh, no. It sounds like grinding. He's fine. Okay. 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 A terrible creature. Okay, win 2 fights right here. With the black mage... With the white mage alive. That's the rule. No sleeping, no dying. No sleeping, no dying, and the white mage stays alive. Oh, this is not fun. You know, this is a lot easier than it would have been in older versions of the game, but this is still ugly. It's not like I'm gonna lose, it's just, you hate fighting poisonous enemies. I accidentally used Cure again. Why would you slep? So you can use like a tent, same as in Final Fantasy VI, to like restore everybody's hit points. But there's a rule in the quest that you don't do that. So it's like, don't take a break. If this were Final Fantasy I on the NES, this peninsula would instead have very high-level enemies. Trolls and giants, Hillgygases, Frostwolves. Okay, that's 1 win. We do 2 consecutive without resting. And so normally it would be nice to like have a break here. This is a piece of cake compared to what it would have been in the original. It's weird to say, but it's a lot better. An evasion! GG's. Yeah. I think the way I can manually select the quests is a little busted. Okay. We won. Okay, so now get back to town without anybody dying. Without really anybody dying is my goal. Really, I just need the white mage to not die. For most purposes. I'm probably not allowed to run either, right? Oh, I did that. No running away. I think I shouldn't run away for the spirit of the challenge. This message delay is horrible. I sent this 30 seconds. Are you talking about between when it pops up on the screen? I don't even know which of those two aligns with when I see it in the chat. It might be that it doesn't pop up on the screen right away, and maybe I even set it that way. Because every so often, something you probably haven't experienced is really weird spam bots show up and promise you lots of viewers and stuff. Like they want to sell you viewers. And, for me personally, that doesn't interest me. Buy a friend. Okay. Alright. I have access to a Mithril Sword, which is awesome, except I can't buy it yet. And Nullshock. Nullshock's a good spell. I think I could actually get that now. Not that it matters anytime too soon, but... Whoa, that's a really nice inn. Pay me $5 and 5 people show up. Are you serious? Can I get Nullshock here? I can, but I can't afford it yet, so I just won't. I don't think you know how to make 5 people show up, unless you're gonna go get, 5 private browsers open. Okay, let's fight these pirates. Oh my goodness, one of those weirdos just came. That's so funny. It was like they heard me. Maybe they did. The timing on that was unusual, though. These pirates look like they have beards. That's very exciting. The pirate sprites are really good. These guys normally have like 6 hit points. So clearly they've had somewhat of a buff. Like they're literally weaker than goblins. Imps. What kind of buff is this? I thought I'd heard that very few things were changed from the original in this. Not that that was hard, because it wasn't, but I'm also drastically overleveled, so... Oh, I killed the cute little pirates. Gonna reply and say good job. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Got a ship. I want to go get that Mithril Sword, although I can't afford it anytime soon. Okay, how would I do the... Broadsword quest. Cast Fira on 8 enemies without defeating them. Kill 10 Sahagins using the fire spell. I'd really like Fira. And I'd really like Thundara. Here's some Sahagins. Okay. This is a stupid quest, as many of them are. Because Sahagins, I believe, resist fire. But they're also very evasive, and at least fire doesn't have a chance to miss. So, in a way, it's kind of nice. OMG, I left my finger on the A key. Were you typing ah? Did someone ask you to say ah? I mean, you're not going to get in trouble if you spam my chat. I don't have mods. Oops. That was weird. I don't have mods, and even if they did, they'd probably just be cool with that. Maybe I should appoint you my first moderator. Look at that guy ruining my stream. Someone get him out of here. I should say, Twitch itself will recognize spammy behavior. I don't know if you're, bad enough for that, but... Whenever you used to say, write this in a message in Oats and Goats chat or whatever, I was like, I don't want to get my account banned. And I mostly mean from their stream. Like, if you're an annoying person, someone will kick you out of a stream, right? I don't know how they treat people who are just irritating. Not that I'm calling you irritating, but you were, kind of doing something irritating, maybe a bit purposefully. Okay, I've made a lot of financially irresponsible... Ooh, this is not a good fight. Financially irresponsible decisions so far, like buying out the entire armor shop in Bravoka. That has squandered a lot of resources. Which is funny, because I had way too much money for a little while. And while I would really like to be able to afford Fira, Thundara, and a Mithril Sword, those are fairly expensive. But Fira and Thundara are also going to improve my ability to earn money. Technically, all of them are, right? So I know more about this game than you. Oh, that is a type of person that can be banned, yeah. Although I don't mind you saying things you know about this game. I do think I know this game better than you, but... That is backseat gaming, right? Or it could be. With all the random crap you might stumble into watching YouTube videos, it wouldn't surprise me too much for you to know a couple interesting facts about Final Fantasy 1. I think, yeah, that's 2 evasions, 3 evasions. I need to track those. Oh, this time they're hitting a lot. Okay, that's 1 Sahagin kill, right? With fire. Boy, this is an annoying quest. But I really want Fyra, and it's necessary to get Thundera, so we're doing it. It'd be nice to run into some Kaizokus. Kaizokus, well known around the world for their fan subs, right? Flaming XP rigged. You have the XP. Oh, you're just saying kind of irritating things that you hear around our family, or what? I have the world record in no cool percent. Yeah, that is close to home. Kaizokus. Do you know what Kaizokus are? I think in this version of the game, well, if I tell you what they're called in this version of the game, it would probably give away what they are. Not that there's some gigantic spoiler out there or anything. Okay, so what I'm doing is resting extra to get my spell charges back. These enemies are not profitable, which is a weak thing to say, but... Bring a staff and clothes to Erdrick's grave in Elfheim. Oh, I need a staff. I get a battle axe for that. That's badass. Now, I can't drop things, but I can sell them, so we're going to consider that a reasonable alternative. You saw Flaming XP made a quest. Flaming XP made several quests. Some of them during some drives around... yeah, just there were a couple. He was into it, partly because of the interest in mythology. We talked about it over a long period of time. A lot of it was when we were walking dogs. And now, there are relatively few things that don't even have quests anymore. So let me put... where is it? So here, I'll pop this in the chat. This link is the blog post I made about the new quests, which is, you know, an okay place to start. And this link here is a Game FAQs topic that is, that's kind of outlining this attempt at this challenge. And gives some background, including the fact that some of the quests were made by Flaming XP. Okay, that is 2 more Sahagins defeated with fire. Very slow process. Very irritating. But at least it's only 30 gold to get all my spell charges back. And that's not a change in Pixel Remaster. That's actually always been 30 gold. 30 gil in Corneria, but the inns change costs based on where you're staying. Really, they should be using Trivago, right? Miss. I don't actually know what Erdrick's grave is in this version of the game. I wish I had a one-touch run-away button in this game. Well, there's a wolf running away from me. That counts as a fleeing enemy. And a fleeing us. Erdrick's grave. So this game had a reference to Dragon Quest, where Erdrick was supposedly the hero of the original Dragon Quest. And so there's a grave right here. Look at that! They changed it! Ha ha! That's funny. That's what it was in the Japanese version of Final Fantasy 1. Or wait. No, that's what it was in the American version of Final Fantasy 1. Like, that's literally a reference to Zelda. They're saying, like, Final Fantasy is the Zelda killer. Which, you know, obviously that's not quite true. Okay, so if I now sell, because I cannot drop, the staff and a cloth, then I have completed this. And I get access to a battle axe. Yo, what's my boy doing all the way in this universe? You know what's funny? They probably didn't ask permission. Probably. Like, it's just the word Link. It's otherwise nothing, so I don't know. It was just being silly, really. Okay. Oh, gross. Sail to and dock at each port that can be reached without the use of TNT canal without resting. Each dock. Without resting. That's kind of hard. So cool. Yeah, it is still cool. You know, without resting... means I could use potions. So if I had a good stock of potions, I could do it. And then there's like a bonus on this one. Defeat one Buccaneer, one Sahuagin Chief, one Big Eyes, and one Shark during the trip. I can probably do that. Okay. Getting Cap and Scimitar would be an asset. Oh yeah. Configuration, ship. Okay, I don't think I want to do this fight. Sharks have a terrible money experience ratio. Alright, what about if I wanted to... Maybe I'll finish the Sahuagin quest. Can I turn encounters on and off? Like, I can in the game, but I think it's against the spirit of the side quest challenge, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna kill 2 more Sahuagins. I'm gonna get Fyra. I really want Thundara before... I don't know. And if I had Thundara, then doing the trip between the different ports would be easy peasy. Spirit of the challenge. Yes, exactly. So, in Final Fantasy 1, unlike most of the other Final Fantasy games, spells can't be, like, targeted to hit a whole group of enemies. And instead, it's like certain spells hit all the enemies, and certain spells only hit one enemy. And so fire only ever hits one enemy. which sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here, stop showing unavailable quests, and I'm now able to buy Fyra. I think I can afford it. Okay, that's really good. I mean, that's a nice, powerful spell that hits all enemies, but it's not very effective against water monsters. So it'd really be nice to get this. Cast Fyra on 8 different enemies without killing them. Will it kill a Wargwolf? Let's find out. There was also a Zelda reference in that other quest name that was called, If All Else Fails, Use Fire. Oh yeah, that killed it. Okay, that doesn't count. Hooray. Okay. A Scimitar and Cap would be good. Battle Axe would also be good, but I don't know if I should go get that. Well, I bet Fyra won't kill everyone here. In fact, it might not kill any of them. Because they're not weak, they're strong against fire attacks. Usually I don't use fire on sharks when I encounter sharks in real life. Yeah, okay, so there. Two enemies I attacked with Fyra that I did not defeat. May as well fight these enemies now. I don't have lightning, which is kind of funny. Goodness. I only got a little bit eaten by the shark. Is Blizzard OP? Not particularly. I mean, it's better than Fire 1, but not amazing. 8 different enemies. Okay. So, you know, there's a chance that Fyra would kill regular Sahagins. Pretty good chance. Let's see what happens. If one of them survives, it's another checkbox for me, so... One of the green ones. No, they all died. I am glad I got Fyra. That is definitely an efficiency. An evasion. There were probably more that I'm not noticing because I'm kind of watching a lot going on right now. Alright. 3 potions. This is great. Very exciting. The Sahagins have perished. They sure have. They got a game over message. Sahagin Quest. New Final Fantasy spin-off for the Pico 8. Okay. Technically, there is 1 or 2 better weapons I could get to right now. But, supposing that I'm not going to get Thundara anytime soon, if I can do this, I get both a scimitar and a leather cap. So we're going to visit and dock at each port that can be reached without the TNT canal, without resting. Or running away. Oh my goodness, no running away. Oh. We'll try. We'll try. Hi.
Hi, Dad.
Wyatt's watching my stream.
Okay.
But you should not be here, because you're not wearing appropriate clothes.
Oh, I just want to go get Rami.
Okay, you can't. You can't, is what I said.
Oh. Is
it a survivor-like? Sahagin Quest? Does that make sense? Would it be a good survivor-like? Maybe. Dock at the port. Okay, that port is docked at. This is a sucky fight, and there's no running away. So... this would be much easier if I had a lightning spell, but I don't. So we will put the fishies on ice. Sahagin. Sahagin Chief. Shark. Did I have auto battle on? How many blizzards did I just use when I wasn't looking? Ooh, goodness. Okay, that's not great. Okay, this is good. Okay. Big eyes. All I need now is one Buccaneer anywhere on this trip, and I qualify for the bonus. Oh, no running. I was gonna run. No running. I'll save my Fyra for later, I guess. Two misses. Three, four. Oops, I didn't mean to be an auto battle. Crap. He was scared to see your levels. Oh, you're right. Okay. It's high levels. I don't know. I don't feel too bad about this. Docked. Okay. Buccaneer. Excellent. This is a great spot to use Fyra, because I don't think these guys resist it. And they're running from me. Madness. These guys also give excellent money drops. They hit kind of hard. Inauthentic. Okay. I was sort of hoping one of them would live. Which is weird sounding, but you know, that would be an extra monster who survived Fyra so that I could learn Thundera. Evasion. Okay. Free potion. Oh, this is a pain in the butt. This might be a Fyra. Evasion. 1, 2. Very nice. The eye can stun you, and it can be pretty annoying when it happens. So we want someone to target it on the first turn. Some of our hit points are getting low. I think I might do a round of potions after this. Like that. Dock. Yeah, this is irritating. Watch for evasions, because these guys do seem to Ramp it up. Probably just because there's so many of them. Probably not even because they're bad fighters or anything. One evasion? Yep. It's more noticeable because there's so many people hitting me. There might only be the Dwarf Cave docking spot left. We have a preemptive here. That just means no real reason to pull out the big guns and use a, you know, a Blizzard or a Pyra. Wish you plenty of luck. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Evasion. Evasion. Oh, goodness. $600. Docked. Well, that Blizzard didn't do much of anything for us. Alright. Level 10. This is terrible. Oh, this version of the game. Okay. Preemptive. Wail on some poor sea creatures. To see if they evade, or if we evade them. Alright. Okay, I did a circuit of the sea, docking at every station. That means... And I fought all of the enemies. Okay. This is a leftover, these boxes, because I separated out the bonus part of the quest. So that's done. Meaning I have access to visit Matoya, kill one lizard, wargwolf, one tarantula, or cobra. Get dark. That sounds good. Oh, okay. I've killed at least 10... Oh, maybe I haven't killed at least 10 Buccaneers. I think I've killed 8. Bronze gloves would be sort of nice. What do I have that I can use? Nothing. I can equip a cap. I can't use gloves yet, I don't think. Sure. Cap is open, right? Leather cap, yes. Battle axe. Mithril sword. Getting the mithril sword would be kind of awesome. Okay. What's next? Maybe I'll do that list of enemy. Well, maybe I'll fight 2 Buccaneers. We'll see who shows up. This Gygus worm one actually interests me. Hey, these guys. An evasion. Okay, I've definitely killed 10 Buccaneers. Okay, so if I go between here, Corneria, and Provoca without fighting more Buccaneers, then this quest is done. I'm kind of all over the place trying to get things done, you know? I didn't notice how many misses there were. Wasn't paying attention. I am sure I have the right number of misses, but I one, two. That was another. Or was he trying to flee? That was another. Done. Done. I get blink. Friggin' sweet. Okay. And if I can get to Provoca without any more Buccaneers, I also am eligible for Copper Gloves. That was nice. I said something like, I wish I had a runaway button. It turns out if you have flee and you've done auto battle, it's pretty close to having a runaway button. Okay, so I got here without another group of Buccaneers, meaning I now have Bronze Gloves. Okay. I can use Scimitar, right? I should get a Scimitar. White magic. I can get Invis. I can get... What do I have? Invis, Null Shock. Is Lamp more useful to me than Invis? Invis is pretty terrible on its own. I think I might be more likely to use Lamp than Invis, as strange as that sounds. Null Shock's still useful. Seems a bit of a waste of money right now, but... Black magic. Fire, Fire, Sleep. That's it. Oh, and Blizzard. Yeah, I got those. Yeah, Null Shock. Okay. Can we buy caps here or gloves? Gloves. I think I'll grab a couple gloves on spec for when I'm allowed to use gloves. That should be fine. Leather armor, no shields, no gloves, but I am allowed to use caps. I'm also allowed to use bronze gloves, so we should probably do a little shopping in Elfland. If I could afford the Mithril Sword, I wonder if I should. I don't know how likely it is that I'm going to be able to aim fire at a lot of enemies without them dying in the near future. Cool scimitar. There's a couple that involve the blacksmith. Maybe I'll do that. There's Gygus worms over there anyway. Wait, why would I use Fyra during a preemptive? That was nonsensical. Oh well. At least it's a one-round fight. Nothing wrong with that. Like, I think there's a hammer you get for just talking to the Dwarven Smith. And there's a couple of quests that require hammers, so... Ew. Oh my goodness. Well, look, I've done 10 Buccaneers. I've absolutely done all these. 2 Sharks, 12 Sahagins. This is done. Look at this, we get a saber. I don't actually want a saber, but it's done. Okay. Hammer, talk to the Dwarf Smith. Like, we may as well do that. Walk in the forest outside of the castle. That's what it is, right? Okay, and then yeah, if we can fight a Gygus worm in view of... Oh wait, we won't be able to do that there. We have to be closer to a city to complete that quest. Okay, so this one might not be very good right now. We'll try it. Ew, gross. Okay. Step in every forest tile twice before proceeding inside. So what's the rule for the old man and the worms? Defeat a Gygus worm in view of a mountain tile. I know we're in view of a mountain tile right now. Oh, I got no Fyras. Well, I can use fire. And then 3 or fewer encounters before return to a town. I don't think the Dwarf Cave qualifies. We're in view of a mountain tile, so if I can get to Corneria in 3 or fewer encounters, I complete this quest. 1. This is what I bought the gloves for. Okay, that was 1. 2. Free run. Safe! We now have leather gloves. Not for you so much. That's not really that useful, but whatever. Okay. Okay. Walk in. Step in every forest tile twice before going inside to get steel gloves. I don't even know if I'm... needs still was. I don't know. Boy, getting Thundera is going to be hard. Oh, maybe it won't be. You know, once I get into the Marsh Cave, it won't be. These enemies I am going to file under non-profitable. Meanwhile, the orange cat is going to be a jerk to the black cat. I'm glad I don't have to keep counting the evasions. That was annoying. But also satisfying. There is something to be said for this as a format. Like, the feeling of doing stuff and getting something for it. Like, I really like the Xenoblade games, and I'm starting to think, like, maybe there's just something psychologically about that side quest heavy format. Okay, enemies who resist Fyra. I did a Shark and a Sahagin Chief. You can sometimes roll low on a Gigas Worm, I think. Although I don't know, because I think that the intelligence behavior was fixed in this game. Boy, this running is awful. Ogres. What else can resist?